Relatives of the missing protest in Beijing. What are you doing? I want to go and find those Malaysians, says one man. They are marching on the focus of their anger, the Malaysian embassy. Give back our relatives, they chant, branding the airline executioners. This woman says, does the Malaysian government understand us? They dare to criticize us, but look at what they've done. Denial and anger are part of grief, but so is acceptance. And right now, the loved ones of the 239 passengers and crew are struggling to accept the worst. Movie stuntman Yu Kun was flying home to Beijing to see his 2 young children. Teenagers Zhao Yan and Adrian Waterloo from France were enrolling at university in China, while Mary and Rod Burrows from Australia were travelling the globe enjoying retirement. Today their children paid tribute.
Our family is trying to come to terms with this terrible tragedy. We dearly love and will miss our mum and dad.
As Chinese ships converge on the search area, the tension between China and Malaysia is clear. The authorities in Kuala Lumpur haven't helped themselves with their crisis communications. On day 1, they said the last radio contact with air traffic control was at 2:40 in the morning. They later U-turned, admitting it was at 1:30, more than an hour earlier. Understandably, the early search was under the flight path, to the east of the Malaysian peninsula in the Gulf of Thailand. Then reports came in of a search taking place to the west in the Strait of Malacca, and on day 4 the Malaysian Air Force confirmed they believed the plane had turned, the now infamous left turn. Relatives were infuriated on day 8 when it was confirmed there was a strong belief that MH370 had been flying for 5 hours after the last contact, and that's why the search is now 3,000 miles from Kuala Lumpur out in the Indian Ocean. This satellite image released by the Chinese early on was one of many false alarms, and it was cited today in a testy exchange between a Chinese reporter and the Malaysian Transport Minister.
It made us detract ourselves from the search and rescue to search areas which we've already searched, and it was found to be negative.
All search planes were grounded today. The weather at the base in Perth was fine, but the conditions hundreds of miles out were not. The MH370 families have been invited to Australia with an interesting choice of words by the Prime Minister.
I want them all to know that should they come here, they will be in the arms of a decent country.
A loaded comment which the government in Malaysia can probably do without, but as the search for the missing continues, a glimpse of the tension behind the scenes. Simon Viger, 5 News.